Hello all and welcome back to my channel Normally Usual. In this video I'm going to explain you about how to apply for a US non-immigrant visa, which is a US tourist visa. I'm pretty sure there are so many people who want to apply for a US tourist visa and always they got stuck in DS-160 form. So in this video I'm going to explain you a step-by-step process how to fill DS-160 form, and might some of would have already know that I have already made a one video in 2022 which is how to fill a DS-160 form. So this is an updated version of that video. So if you have like, I'll be clearing more doubts related to filling the DS-160 form. So kindly watch this full video if you have any doubt, and I'm for sure like if you have any doubt it will be cleared in this video. If you're new to my channel, then kindly subscribe to my channel for my support and hit the bell icon. So let's begin. So this is all the country. You can see from wherever you are applying you can select your country, but as I am in Canada, so accordingly I'll fill this form. Like, my nearest location is Vancouver, so I'll just select it again. It is like Canada, Vancouver. You have to enter the code, which is CBEW6. So this is the tool where you can, like, if you want to check your photo, whatever photo you have, you can just upload it and you can see that that photo is it's okay to be uploaded or not. And even this option you will get after filling your DS-160 form as well, so it's fine, you don't have to check it here. You can just start like on this one, like start an application. But before going this, if you want to go through some of the steps, you can just see, like, the first step is to applying for a US non-immigrant visa is to complete your application. It takes approximately 90 minutes to do this. After you submit your application, you can move on to the next steps, such as the scheduling your interview. So first you have to fill DS-160 form, and there is a separate website from where you have to book an appointment. So even I will include that in other, like, in a separate video. The interview and the appointment process I will not include in this video. This video is basically just how to fill a DS-160 form. And you can see the system will time out after 20 minutes of inactivity if you are not doing anything on screen. So within 20 minutes it will be inactive. So it is always like you will lose all the unsaved information, so you have to always save, which I will show you once I will fill. You have to always click on a save button so that whatever you fill, it won't go, and after 20 minutes of inactivity your page will inactive and it will log out automatically. So let's start an application. So this is some of the details. If you want to go through, it's fine. If not, just I agree, and just make sure you have to copy paste, like just copy paste this number, or you can just click a photo from your phone, so that whenever if there is any problem with it and if you want to go back to your application, you will need this number to log in back into your account. So just make sure you just copy it. So let's go ahead. Security question: what is the given name on your mother's mother? So it's like there are different questions, whatever you want to do it, you can select it. Let me do, okay, what is the name of your favorite childhood friend? So I'll write two names here together, so just to remember it. Okay, now this is the form which you have to fill it. So see, it's personal details, like the travel companion, previous US travel, address and phone, passport, US contact, family, work, education and training, security and background. So these are the details which you have to fill it. If you go through this, once you fill all these details, then it is photo. Then you have to review whatever the answer you have given. You can just check it. If you feel that you want to edit it, just go back and edit it. And once this 3 is done, then you can just sign it and you can submit this form. So let's begin with this last name, given name, whatever it is, and this should be as per the passport. So don't forget, whatever name you are writing here, it should be as per the passport. Now there will be many cases where someone would have no surname, someone would have just a given name. So just make sure to see here, enter all surnames as listed in the passport. If only one name is listed in your passport, enter that surname. Okay, so whatever the surname is, you can just mention it here. Given name, if your passport does not include a given name, please enter F and U in given name. So just make sure, there are so many, like when I made a video in 2022, there were so many questions like I don't have my given name. So you have to write F and U in the given name. So you have to just write whatever it is here, and the last name you have to write whatever it is on your passport with just one name. So just make sure you just see whatever. If you have doubt, everything is on the right hand side of this page, so you can just go and you can just check it. But in my case, I have a name, so I will just write it over here. Full name in native alphabet, I doesn't have it, so does not apply on the like technology not available. So this one is not compulsory, so you can just click on this and proceed it ahead. Have you ever used other names? No, not me, but anyone have used it, then you have to give the details about it. But I have not, so just no. Do you have a telecode that represents your name? No. Sex is a male. Marital status, I am married. Whatever your status, marital status is, you can just write it over here. Date and place of birth, so my date of birth is June 30th 1989. City, you can just mention whatever it is as per the passport. And region or country is India. If this doesn't apply, you can just click on does not apply, and you can just it will just move it. And if you have it, you can just add whatever the state or province is. And the main thing what I was saying, whatever you fill this page, just click on save. So once you will save, then it will be saved. But let's see there is any mistake, so please correct all the areas in the error indicated below. So if there is any error, you will be able to see it over here. So let's see what is going on. Date June, okay, everything is okay. What is date cannot be earlier than 21st May 19. Oh, okay, perfect. So the year which I mentioned was wrong, so there was an error. So now save. See, the application is saved. So your application has been saved to the database for the next 30 days. So you will be able to retrieve your application from the database by providing the application ID and answering the security question. So whatever you form you fill, and if you have not submitted, that form is only valid for 30 days. So within 30 days you have to fill this full form and you have to submit it. Let's continue application. See, so I am out of this page. So it's not like they have told like 20 minutes of inactivity, but sometime it will happen that you will be out of the page. So again, when you are log out from the page, then you have to just select the same location, whatever the code is, patch 4R8, and you have to click on this retrieve an application. So your application ID, so I have already copied this, so I'll note down this ID here. Retrieve application, surname, year of birth, and my answer, and retrieve application. See, back I am on the page. So now you have to save this page, continue application. Now you will come on the same page. So now you have to go down back and you have to select this personal. So personal information, so country or region of origin, so my nationality is India. Do you hold or have held any nationality other than one indicated above one nationality? No, I just have one citizenship, so it is just India, so no. Are you a permanent resident of a country region other than the country region of origin? Yes, I am a permanent resident of Canada, so you have to select whatever it is. If no, then just select no and you can just proceed it ahead. So it is upon you, whatever your status is in your country, whatever it is. If no, then just select no, but mine is like I'm the permanent resident of Canada, so I will just select yes. National identification number, so this is again, you can see your national ID number is a unique number that your government provides. Now this depends on your government. Like in India we have Aadhaar card, But if you don't have Aadhaar card, for sure, like, you all will be having an Aadhaar card, but if you don't, then you can also write the passport number as well, because the passport number is also considered as a unique number that government provide us. But in our case, we have 12 digit of Aadhaar card number, so you can just select that. If you don't have, you can just select does not apply and you can proceed it ahead. US social security number, we don't have it for sure, so it does not apply. US tax ID number, of course, no, does not apply. Save. Again, the application is saved and continue application. You will be on the same page. Go down, click on next. Purpose of the trip to the US. So you can go through all the options, but for sure, if you are applying for a tourist visa, so it would be temporary business pleasure visitor, and specify it would be B1 and B2, which is like business and tourism purpose. So you can select this, and if you want something else as well, you can just add here, like just add another, and you can add it whatever your purpose of trip is. But if you, it is just a tourism, if you are applying for a tourist visa, just these two options and you can proceed ahead. Have you made a specific travel plans? No. If you have, but for sure, like, I know right now the appointment is most probably what you are getting is like after 1 year or after 2 years, so for sure you won't have a specific travel plan, so you can just select no. But here I'm like, even you are not sure when when you are getting your appointment for the US visa, so you can just plan like for next year or something. But again, as I told you, like, the plan should be that you have to convince the visa officer that you will go to US for a like for a tourism purpose, and you will come back to your country. So accordingly you have to mention it. So whatever the date you are planning, you can plan accordingly. I'll just mention 1st June 2025, just for a safer side. Okay, and make sure, like, once the DS-160 form is submitted, you cannot edit any point in DS-160 form. For example, if you are writing this 1st June 2025 right away, right now, and you have filled the form and you have uploaded this DS-160 for the appointment, but if you got the earlier appointment like before 1st June 2025, so of course you have to fill a new DS-160 form, and that DS-160 form number has to be updated in the appointment system. You can only change your DS-60 form once after you book an appointment. So I will just select 1st June 2025. Intended length of stay in US, I will just select 1 week, because if you will show more, then you have to show more funds. So I will just select 1 week, and you can see like where you want to go. Like here it is like address where you will stay in the US. Of course you don't know because you have not made a plans, but just plan for something. Like for example, right now I'm planning for a Seattle, might you would be planning for a New York, might you would be planning for a Vegas or for LA. So anywhere, whatever it is, just go to Google, check any hotel address, and you can write the address over here. So for example, I just write down one of the hotel address of Seattle. So it is Dexter Ave, and city is Seattle, state is Washington, and zip code is 98109. And person, the entity paying your trip, I'm paying myself. But if other one is paying, like if you are applying for your wife and your wife is not working, then it would be other person, and then you have to add your spouse details. But most probably in my case, like I'll be giving like I'll be paying for my trip, so I'll just write self, let's save and continue application. So again, we are on the page, just select travel companions, person traveling with you. Are there any other persons traveling with you? So now in this case, just see, you should answer yes to this question if you are traveling with family, as a part of an organized tour, or as a part of a performing group or athletic team. You do not need to list individuals who are traveling with you for the purpose of employment with the same employer. Okay, so now this will be like, right now I'm applying for an individual, I'm like just for me, so I'll just select no. But if you are planning, like if you are applying your US visitor visa with your family, like father, mother, son and a daughter, like four of them, so you have to select yes, and you have to mention, are you traveling part of the group or organization? No, because it is just like you four are only going, you are not any part of an organization or you are not any part of a group. So you can just select no, and you have to write details who are coming with you. Like if you are applying for yourself, your wife and your child, then you have to select one by one. First you can start with your wife, then your son and then your daughter, and you have to add all these details here. Also make sure that you have to fill DS-160 form for each of them, like for you, for your wife, for your child, for like for your daughter and for your son. So there will be 4 DS-160 form when you fill it. This is just the details it is showing in the form that you will be traveling with them. So just make sure it is not that only with one DS-160 form you can fill for all of them. For all other people you have to fill different DS-160 form. So I'll just select no here right now and save, continue application. And okay, have you ever been in the US? No. Have you ever been issued a US visa? No. Have you ever been refused US visa or been refused? No. Has anyone ever filled in? No. Save, continue application, select on address and phone. So now this is the home address wherever you are living right now. For example, I will just write it down: 1111 Paulson Mall, Burnaby, British Columbia. Zip code, whatever the zip code is. Country or origin is Canada. Is your mailing address is the same as your home address? Yes, it's the same, so I'll just select yes. Primary phone number, whatever your phone number is, I would select, for example, 778-111-1111. This is not my number, so kindly don't contact on this number. This is just an example. If you have any other numbers, you can just select that as well. If not, then does not apply, does not applied. Have you used any other phone numbers in the last 5 years? I have like when I was in India, I was having a number, so I will just select that number. Again, if it is always good to give the details. If you select no, even your form will be submitted, but as I have used the number, so whatever the number is, I will just add that number here. So I was having something number in India, so I will just note it down whatever it is. For sure this is just an uh, example, so I'm just mentioning this. Also, if you want to go through, you must provide a primary phone number. The primary phone number should be phone number at which you are the most likely to be reached. This could be the landline or cellular or mobile number. If you have an additional landline or a cellular number, please list that as your secondary phone number. So you can do that. You can just add, or if it's your wish, but my suggestion is you can add whatever the number you are using it. If it's more number than that too, you can just add with the other number as well. So you can just do that. Email address, whatever it is, nomadicujwal@gmail.com. You must provide an email address. The email address you provide will be used to correspondence purposes. Provide an email address that is secured and to which you have reasonable access. Have you used any other email address in the last 5 years? Of course, like I have used many other email address, so I will mention whatever the main email address is. Like I have not mentioned all the email address because I have like more than 10 or 15 emails. I have not mentioned it, but at least like I have mentioned two of my emails which I was regularly using it, so you can just add that. If you don't want to add, it's fine, just no and go ahead. Social media, do you have a social media presence? Yes, I do have it. So whatever the social media presence you have, like for example I have YouTube, whatever it is, with the nomadic ujwal, and I will add it. If you want to also add Facebook, Instagram, you can just add another and you can save it. So but in just for example I have just add YouTube, and I'll go ahead Do you wish to provide information about your presence on any other website or applications you have used within the last 5 years to create or share content? If yes, you can use it. If no, just select no, save, continue application, go to passport. So passport or a travel document type. So it is regular passport, whatever the passport number is, 3456. We have in India such kind of passport number, so you can just add the passport number. Just make sure to check your passport number twice before you submit the application. Passport book number, we don't have anything like passport book number, so it does not apply. If you have it, then you can add, but if you don't, then it's fine. Country or authority that issued a passport travel document. My passport was issued in India, so I will just write down India. Where was the passport travel document issued? So whatever city the passport was issued, you can check that in your passport and you can mention it. State or province, and you can just see like if shown on passport. If that is not shown on your passport, then you don't have to mention it, but in my passport it is, so I'll just write it and India. Whatever the issue date is on your passport, you can just select that, and the expiration date, whatever it is on your passport. And if there is no expiration, then you can just select on this, but in most case there will be expiry and issue date, so you can just select that. Have you ever lost a passport or had a stolen? In my case it was no, but if you have such thing, you can just select yes and give the details. Save and continue application. And US contact person or organization in the United States. I'm not going to meet anyone, like I don't have any relatives over there, so I'm not going to mention it about it. But in certain cases, if you are showing the reason of visiting a US is you're a family member or your friend, then you have to write a name according to their passport, according to their ID in US. So just make sure you can just see your US point of contact can be any individual in the US who knows you and can verify, if necessary, your identity. If you do not personally know anyone in the US, you may enter the name of the store, company, or organization you plan to visit your trip. Like for example, as I told you, there is no contact person, so I'll just select do not know. So now you have to select organization name, so you can just enter whatever the hotel details is. Like as I told you, like the example which I'm giving right away is I don't have anyone, I'm just going to visit it, so I'll just mention whatever the hotel name is. It's like Holiday Inn. Relationship, I will just select other, and again you have to mention the address of it. For example, if there is nothing, you can just select does not apply, and you can just proceed ahead with that. So no, okay, sorry, so you have to mention any one of it. If not a contact person, then of course, as I told you, you can just mention the Holiday Inn and you can proceed ahead. And relationship to you, it's other, and the same address which I have mentioned earlier, which is 211 Dexter Ave, city is Seattle, state is Washington, zip code is 98109, and phone number, of course all the hotels do have phone numbers, so you whatever the phone number is of hotel, you can just note it down. That email address, again it is not compulsory, but if you find that on a Google, it's fine. If not, then does not apply. Save and continue application. Next is family. Father's full name and date of birth, whatever the father name is, you can just mention that according to the passport. Date of birth, if you don't have anything such kind, then you can just write do not know, and you can just proceed ahead. But if you know, and so it is always good to provide the details. Is your father in the US? No. If you have, then of course you have to select yes, but if no, then no. The same way, mother name, Whatever the date of birth is, you can just mention that. Is your mother in US? No. Again, if it's yes, then yes. Do you have any immediate relatives, not including parents, in the United States? Now this is one of the most important question which people ask to me about it. So now you have to first understand what is immediate relatives. So immediate relative is like means your fiance, your spouse, your child, or your siblings. Now siblings, which includes your blood relation, not other than blood relation, is included in immediate relatives. So if you have immediate relatives, then you have to select yes, but your friends or your relatives, like your maternal uncle son or his daughter, or your any of your cousins, then they are not considered as an immediate relative. So if yes, then you have to select yes, and if no, then you have to select no. Do you have any other relatives in the United States? So now this was about the immediate relatives, so you have selected no. But if you have other relatives like your cousin, then you have to select yes here, and if you select yes, just yes, that's it. You don't have to provide any details. But you have no, then just select no and save. Continue application. Select next. Spouse, as I have told, like I'm married, so those who are married, you will get the spouse details. If not, then you will not get the spouse details. So whatever it is, you have to select that, or whatever the date of birth is. Spouse, a country of region, nationality, it depends. If they are with you, accordingly you have to give the details, whatever the nationality is. I'll just mention the example, whatever the example is, India. And spouse address, if your spouse is with you, it's fine, you can just same as home address. If spouse is not with you, if it's in different country, then you can accordingly you can give the details and you can save it. Continue application. Now work, education. So primary occupation, whatever your primary occupation is, you have to go through it. If there is no option in it, you can just select other and you have to mention it. If you have in the selected, like if you're a student, you will just select student. If you're working, then accordingly you can select it and you can mention all the details about it. But even if you see, like I'm working with a pharmacy, but I don't see any such kind of thing here. So other, you can just write healthcare, present employer, or school name. Like if you are going to school, you can write school name, or you can just write whatever the employer is. ABC pharmacy, I'll just select just a random address, 1234 University Road, Vancouver. State or province is British Columbia. Whatever zip code is, I don't know, V1T 2W3, whatever it is. Phone number 123-456-7890. Country or region in Canada, so I will just write down Canada. Start date, which date you have started job, whatever the job start date is, you can just mention that. Monthly income in local currency, whatever you want to mention, you can just mention your monthly income over here. If no, then does not apply. Like if you are unemployed, I'm sure, I think so, if there is unemployed, you don't have to fill the details, so you can just fill accordingly. But I think so, if it does not apply, then you can just create does not apply. And whatever your job duties are, briefly describe your duties, whatever the duties are, you can just write it down and you can mention about that. I'm just writing, for example, prescription, nothing else. But if there is more duties, you can just write it down here and save and continue application. Okay, so I have done this. So next is, let's see what is next. Okay, were you previously employed? Yes, I'm working from last 10 years. So if you select yes, then you have to mention all the details about it one by one. And they have asked about the previous, like Provide your employment information for the last 5 years. So whatever it is in the last 5 years, you have to provide that. But just for example, I'm just selecting no as of now. But if you have to just select yes, and you have to mention all the details of from last 5 years. Have you attended any educational institute at a secondary level or above? You must answer yes to this question if you have ever attended for any length of time a high school, secondary school, or its equivalent in your country, or college, university, graduate school, doctoral program, or a vocational program. For sure, everyone would have the like they have went for a study. So whatever the study is you have done, then you have to mention it here. Like for example, I have done my masters here in Canada, so I'll just mention whatever it is. uh, just mention the address. I don't remember what exactly it was, but this is what it is. This is the optional, so if you select anything over here, it's fine. Vancouver state or province, it's British Columbia. Zip code same, I'll just write down V132 and whatever it is. Country origin is Canada. So you can just mention whatever the higher studies, you can just mention it over here. Masters of Business Administration. Date attended the school, I'll just select 2021. Date attended till, I'll just select like till 2022 and save. And if you want to add more, you can just add more. Like you want to add your bachelor's, you want to add whatever it is, but I would suggest whatever your highest degree is, you can just add it. Or if you want to add additional, you can just add your bachelor degree as well. Okay, next. Do you belong to a clan or a tribe? No. Provide a list of language you speak. Okay, I speak, let us start with English. I also speak Hindi. I also speak Gujarati. So I know all this language. So whatever language you want to add, you can just add it. Have you traveled to any countries, region within last 5 years? If yes, like I have traveled to Canada, like within last 5 years, of course, like I came to Canada, so I've traveled to Canada. If you have traveled to any other country, you can just select that as well. If no, then just select no, and you can proceed ahead. Have you belonged to, or contributed to, or worked for any professional, social, or charitable organization? No. Do you have any specialized skill or training such as firearm or firearm, explosive, nuclear? No. Have you ever served in the military? No. Have you ever served in or been a member or been involved in a parliamentary unit? No. Save. Continue. Security and background. This, and let's go on to the page. Provide the following security and background information. Do you have any communicable disease? No. Do you have any mental or physical disorder? No. Are you have or haven't been a drug abuser? No. Save. Continue. Next. Have you ever been arrested? No. Have you ever been violated or engaged in conspiracy? No. Are you coming to the United States to engage in prostitution? No. Have you ever been involved in or do you seek to engage in money laundering? No. Have you ever been committed or conspired to commit a human trafficking? No. Have you ever been knowingly aided? No. Are you the spouse, son, or daughter of individual who has committed or conspired to commit a human trafficking? No. Save. Continue application. Next. Do you seek to engage? No. Do you seek to engage in terrorist activities? No. Have you ever or do you intend to provide financial assistance or the support terrorists? No. Are you a member or representative of a terrorist organization? No. Are you the spouse and daughter? Of course. No. Most probably it would be no, but you can just go through all the questions and you can just answer it no. Save. There was one question not answered. There is no. Save. Continue application. Continue. Have you ever been sought to obtain or assist other to obtain a visa into United States or United States immigration benefit by fraud? No. Have you ever been removed or deported from any other country? No. If yes, then you have to select that. Continue application. Have you ever been withheld custody of US citizen? No. Have you voted in the United States? No. Have you ever renounced United States citizenship? No. Save. Continue application. Okay, so everything is being done. So now starting November 2016, eyeglasses will no longer will allowed in a new visa photo. So if you are wearing an eyeglasses, just you have to click a photo without your eyeglasses. So you can do that. Just you have to upload a photo and you have to. Okay, so the one which tool I have showed you in the starting, like if the photo is okay, you can just select like your photo and you can see this is the photo pass quality standard. So the photo is okay to be like whatever you have uploaded, the photo is fine and you can just go to the next step. So you have to see this photo passed quality standard. So whatever the photo it is, you have to click the photo according to the standard, according to the requirement. And once this is done, you can just select continue using this photo and then you can select on review. So once you selected to review, you can see all your details whatever you have filled. So let's go. So whatever you have filled the details, it's everything is here. So you have to check all the details here again. And if you want to print this details, because you would be getting your appointment after 1 year and you don't know like what details you have mentioned here, so you can just select on print and you can print out this details. So at least you will know that what you have included in your form. So you can just click on print and you can get a printout of this page. And if you think everything is perfect, just save and continue application. Next, travel. You can see this all this detail, all the travel details. Next. Okay, before doing next, just click on save, and whatever the details you have filled, everything you will see here. Just everything you can save. And if you feel that you have to edit it, just click on this edit family information or edit this detail, whatever the details you want to save. Like you want to edit it, you can just edit from here. All the details is okay. Looks like everything is perfect. The location is also perfect. If you want to change the location, you can do that as well. And you have to sign and submit. So did anyone assist you in the filling out this form? If yes, then yes. Most probably I would say you can just select no and you can just submit it. I certify under penalty under the law of United States of America. You have to select, like you have to enter the passport details, whatever it is, enter this code, enter like whatever the code here it is, you have to enter this and you have to sign and submit the application. So this is how you can fill the form and you can submit your application for your US tourist visa. So as I told you, this video was only about how to fill the DS-160 form. I will be uploading a next video which would be how to book an appointment, from which website you can book an appointment. And after that I will be making one more video of the common questions and answer which usually the people have the doubts related to that. So I will make a more like one of the video for that as well. So after this there will be a group of video. As I told you, after this there will be appointment video and there will be a question answer video. So if you are watching this and if you think that this video was really helpful, then you can also share this video to your friends who are going to apply for a US visa. For my support, if you think that this video was helpful to you, kindly subscribe to my channel, and as I told you, you can share to your friends as well. And thank you so much for watching this video.